Welcome everyone to the Week 4 Hambone Fantasy Football Update. I'm your host, Commissioner Hambone. Alright, let's get to it. We had quite the week this week. A lot of thrills, chills, and spills. We are no longer with any team that are feudal. Essentially, we have all of our teams are out of the winless column. That being, of course, my Burger Kings and Fezzik and the Brute Squad. And then we also had a couple fall off their perch from the undefeated column, being Silver Bullets and Kickin' Chicken. So everybody's got wins, everybody's got losses. And still, that's happening pretty early on, so it's still really anybody's game. Let's get to some highlights. First up, a great game, if I don't say so myself. My Hambone Burger Kings eke out their first victory over none other than the defending champs, Mr. Just in Time, by a score of 135-127. This one went back and forth all day long. Eventually with Burger King's winning the game. Led by, of course, Mr. Matt Jones, who had 22 carries and 117 rushing yards, also scoring a touchdown. Up next for my Burger Kings are my nearest neighbor, the 2-2 Super Saucy Spaghetti. Look forward to facing you, sir. And let's see, who else do we have? Okay, yes, in our game of the week this week, the kind of a low-scoring affair, but still a crucial game for the top of the different divisions. The Roman Empire, 3-1. Defeats, in fact, knocks off, like I said, their perch. Silver Bullets, 97-71, kind of a low-scoring affair, but they were the Empire was led by the Patriots defense, who only allowed 16 points in their game. So good for you guys. Looking towards next week, the Roman Empire, who are 3-1, will take on the 3-1 Kickin' Chickens. I'm going to go ahead and call this one the Week 5 game of the week. So, Empire, just finding themselves in the right places at the right time, week after week. Good for you guys. Several shout-outs. First of all, to the Roman Empire, who have shared our weekly videos with an outside audience. So that's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. I got lots of compliments that I wasn't expecting. So thank you, and thank you to all of our casual visitors. Glad to have you with us. Who else? Breakout game of the week went to Fezzik and the Brute Squad, who scored 178 points in their first win of the season. Congratulations. Also, shout out to Super Saucy Spaghetti, who won the week's MVP with Ben Roethlisberger. He scored threw for 300 yards and scored 5 touchdowns. Dude gets absolutely kicked in the teeth back in week 3 against Philly, only scoring 2 fantasy points, and then the next week ends up scoring 47 against Kansas City. I don't know, who knew? Who else? Shout out to the owner of the Silver Bullets, Mr. Dan Hampton, who was nice enough to come out and visit me this week. It's been far too long, Pop, but it's great to see you. Glad to have spent a lot of time with you. So you're going home far too soon. And last but not least, shout out to a former member of the league, Mr. Mike Ashley. He was the owner of a 2-time champion team. the Machismoville Maniacs. He would have turned 40 this week. So wherever you are, buddy, happy birthday. A little bit of business. We didn't get a lot of movement on the 6-team, 8-team playoff format. So I'm going to leave the discussion thread on there, but actually I'm going to put up a new poll question this week and discussion thread, maybe get some people talking. We currently have a trade deadline that ends at the end of week 13. So the regular season, you can make trades all the way up through the beginning of the playoffs. One thing that was brought to my attention in another league, and I think it'd be nice here, because a lot of people talk about like the last minute trades between, you know, seller teams and great teams, and they're so lopsided. What if we were to keep the trades all the way through, but after a certain point, let's say week 10, week 11, that we change the trade protocol for those last couple of weeks to where they have to be league approved. I tested it out. I can do it. So weeks 1 through 10, let's say, trade all you want. After weeks 11, 12, and 13, they have to be league approved or for it to be done. So that way we can have a little bit more of accountability with trades being fair. Just wanted to throw that out there. All right. So I will put a discussion thread on there as well as a poll. If we have enough people vote for or against it, we can implement it this year, or we can table it for the off season. Alrighty. I think that's all I had. So good luck to everyone, and see you next week. Oh, by the way, Tom Brady's back. So my team's 1-3. I'm looking to run the table the rest of the season because he's angry. I know my Burger Kings are a little angry. Get ready for a good old-fashioned mud stomping, bud whooping. All right. Have a good one, you guys. Bye.